Why, hello there, fellow duplicates. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Oxygen Not Included Volcanea, Episode 3, Aquifer. We're going to have our wash basins have water pretty soon. All the more reason to get more plumbing done. Let's somewhat encourage the dupes to finish this area up. But here she is operating, making sure that the supercomputer has power. And I probably messed up the height of this. Oh no, no, it looks like I got the height right. Yeah, I got the height right. So improved plumbing just got researched. That gives me the liquid reservoir, basically a box you can put liquid in. The liquid shutoff, which is like a valve, digital valve, the hydro sensor, and the insulated pipe. We're going to want distillation, a water sieve to be able to clean, get water from polluted water. That's going to be pretty important. So go for that next. And Dotchenko, thank you for the resub too. All right. I wonder how many people actually realize how much of like a project this was. So there's the light that should, once built, shine down on all of the plots. And let me cancel it out so you can see it again. So, yep. All 11 plots get some light. The ladders won't block the light, but they're there so I can actually physically build the cabling. And then the size of this room here is 78. So it meets the maximum threshold of 96, which means that this will be a proper greenhouse. Swanky. Rip my copper. Guess I can start telling them to plant. Not that it's going to do very much until the whole system is rigged up. That means I need 5 more bristle blossom plants. There's one here. There was one here and here. That's 3 of 5. And I'm sure there's more. Plus, every time we go for a harvest, I have a chance to get bristle blossom seeds off the plants themselves. Why is I not allowed checking your comments? I don't know. Are you sus? You know what's weird? Hang on. Nightbot's like broken. It's telling me right now that like literally no one's eligible for the giveaway. What the heck? Let me try that again. Nightbot, why aren't you working? Maybe Twitch dropped Nightbot? Oh, I don't know. Yeah, it's literally saying not eligible. This is so strange. Nightbot wants a treat? Yeah, apparently. Nightbot just wants to assign Nightbot the Marie, the duplicate. Clearly. I think Nightbot's broken. So I don't know if I could do the raffles. Because, yeah. There's no eligible users to win this giveaway. Very strange. Well, I'll try to troubleshoot that while I'm playing. Alright, it's warning me that my crops are wilty, but, like, yeah, I know. I'm not actually tending them just yet. Yeah, it's so strange. Well, I just don't know what to do about that then. So let's, I'm going to prioritize the things that we need done for the farm at a 7. So we try to get that going. And I'm going to try to like log out and log back in Nightbot, because maybe that will probably not work. Okay, we have lights on it now. Okay, I just logged out, logged in. So I'll be checking on that in a minute. Nope, turning it off and on again. Did not work. Well, shucks. Sorry, y'all. Raffle's a lie. I feel like it's not my fault. So we got distillation going. Sanitation would be a really good one to have if we're doing water systems anyway. So I'm going to work towards that next. And I'll check on Nightbot again to see if it, I don't know, if it does something different. But pretty soon here, we should have a liquid pump, be able to irrigate this farm. We have all but one seed sown. So all I need to do is... Oh, yeah, there's a bristle blossom right there. Perfect. Here. There we go. Opening up the plum and overlay, and as you can see, water's already flowing through it, and the bristle blossoms are already thriving. Plant the last seed. And now we have a bristle blossom farm. Rock on, right? So I don't have anyone that is a crop tender yet, so no one can actually tend the crops for extra plant love. But who was interested in that anyway for farming? That was Chimmick. So at some point, maybe I give Chimmick crop tending skills, but I'm not too concerned about that. So question, what to build next? A plumbed bathroom. Well, actually, So, I don't recall. Do bristle blossoms, I don't think they have wastewater, right? God, it's been so long. So I could do a plumbed bathroom, or rather, let's do water filtration systems that could be built. I could also do a mess hall, kitchen. What else to build? Barracks. Power systems, or viewer suggestions. No wastewater, yeah, that's what I thought. This is so strange. I've never had Nightbot just, like, not work like this. So there you go. There's a little bit of a list for you guys to vote on. My kcals are dropping, so I'm going to need to probably do something for food for now, regardless of what you end up voting for. So there's the microbe musher, which is really gross, but, I mean, it's doable, which is essentially just eating mud, kind of. But I could root around looking for, like, buried muckroot and the like, which can keep me going for a bit before the bristle blossoms actually start to yield. So it's not as urgent as it looks, I don't think. So I'm digging up buried objects to see if they're muckroot and other edibles, which will add to our kicals available. There's also hatches, but I don't want to go running around murdering hatches if I can help it. Alright, we got sink, laboratory, shower, mesh tiles, which does not obstruct liquid or gas flow. I'm going to actually get some of them in now. Breathability is going down, so I'm going to need to address breathability, like, soon. Actually, let me not do the mesh tiles right now and work on the breathability. So I'm going to do an oxygen diffuser here in the bedroom level, and here, which is going to require a lot more power than I probably have to offer up. But it stuck up pretty quickly that the base is becoming kind of relatively unbreathable faster than I had anticipated, because all the oxalite has since decayed. So, going to fix that now. With some ox diffusers. The ox diffusers need more copper. So, get some copper for that. And then these will be deliberate algae, and they'll produce oxygen for us. I'm not too worried about the carbon dioxide down here, but if we did want to filter that, there is... You can do CO2 filters here, carbon skimmers, but I would need water filtration systems before really using that to its fullest, because it will produce wastewater as a result, and I won't have anywhere to put it. So water filtration is actually what you guys wanted. Okay. Alright. So let me update the priority. So talking from like a really high level, and of course, I should preface that, yeah, I haven't played this in a while. Talking from a really high level, you have essentially 3 types of water. You've got fresh water that is germ-free, and that's the kind of water that you're going to want to drink and use for most of your colony. So some things do require polluted water, or nothing really requires germy water as far as I know, but some things do require polluted water. But for the most part, fresh water is, you know, the gold standard. And you need to make sure that your fresh water stays fresh, which means contain it in such a way that it is secured. Because it's a very precious resource, and oxygen not included, just as much as oxygen is. And what ends up happening is you end up with a colony that will have like laboratories and showers and all sorts of other things that produce wastewater. Sometimes that water's hot, sometimes that water's cold, sometimes that water's germy, and you need to filter the water through water sieves to remove the pollutants, and then run it through chlorine gas to remove the germs. So those are the 2 main methods. So if you have polluted germy water, it needs to go through a sieve and chlorine. If you have just polluted water, it needs to go through a sieve. If you have germy water, it just needs to go through chlorine. But the safe bet is to put it through all of it, right? So any water that you want to add to your colony that you're not guaranteed is safe. So for instance, this water is safe. If I had a germ-free duplicate build a pump here, I could pump this water into my aquifer and it'd be fine, because it's germ-free, right? But this water, for instance, is polluted. And this water's polluted, and this water's polluted. You know, there's a whole lot of pollutants kind of everywhere. So the really safe way to go about it is just to be like, any water coming into your colony, for the most part, needs to go through a sieve and through chlorine gas in a reservoir, so that you know it's not going to infect your colony. It's not going to spread. Because what ends up happening is if you get germs in your water, it gets really annoying, because there's a few ways to clean it. You know, you could like boil it and collect the steam, but then you've just produced a crazy amount of heat. You could use a tapidizer, but again, a crazy amount of heat. So essentially, once you have polluted water, you're stuck. So, you know, you're going to want to be very careful not to like pee in it, not to like drip anything into it that shouldn't be dripped into it, etc., etc. So with all of that prefaced, for us to build water systems, we're going to want a place to store the water and a place to filter the water. So taking a look at my map right now, let's actually treat this water pool as our water storage. So I think what I'm going to do is to to sort of build this into like an aquifer of sorts. I'm gonna rough it out. This isn't final design, but an aquifer of sorts, so that this holds our fresh water, and then I process the dirty water sort of above it or something like that. Something very crudely like that, and I'm gonna have to tinker a lot. So the research needed for this, let me just go over that next, would be down here. So one really important one is liquid reservoir. It allows you to store water in like a metal tank. And then you're also probably going to, if you're trying to get it germ-free, you're going to need to go all the way down here into the like computer sensors, because you're going to want to get germ sensors. There is a caveat or problem with that, which is some of this stuff requires like plastics, and you're not going to get plastics until kind of later on. So I think my first iteration is going to be very like steampunk manual in terms of its filtration, using like switches and you know, analyzing it myself and putting it through a loop, because that's likely going to be the cheapest, most immediate way to do it. So let's make sure that I am getting all the research I need for that. So I want a liquid valve. Yep. So we'll get liquid valves next. Or work towards liquid valves. Normally in colonies I would have... Oh, who's trap? Oh, where's trap? There you go. You're out. Normally I would have like invested in better batteries by now, but you know, it's just not how the polls have gone. So that's fine. Because running off like one small battery is really inefficient. Yoda with a blanket looks like a Jedi. He does indeed. Ooh, Arbor Acorn. Dig, Dr. Cook, Green Thumb, Hard Dig, Tidy. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the acorn. It's kind of a rare seed to have access to. Is it downtime? Oh, you're just stuck. And we also have some skills. So who's skilled up? Fangface skilled up. We'll give you field research. And Marie, give you machinery. Cheers. So this here is just like a puddle catch. You know, if there's some sort of liquid leak, the water will be collected here rather than drip into the pond. A ladder to be able to access the area, and then water filtration will be built on top of it. I think I am going to need to get a bigger buffer for power, though, because as much as I want to just go pure water filtration systems, like having everything shut off when the batteries run out, it's going to be annoying very, very soon. How do I intend to get chlorine? Well, I don't necessarily need to get chlorine immediately, provided I keep my water germ-free, but there is probably bleach stone. I haven't taken a look nearby, but I imagine there's probably bleach stone nearby. Ooh, cool steam vent. I didn't see that until just now. What is... Well, it's cool steam, but it's not cold. So there's pockets of chlorine over to the east, which I could waterlock. There's chlorine up here. I don't see any bleach stone, though. There's got to be, right? Somewhere, maybe? But whatever, there's chlorine gas, so that alone will do it. Alright, breathability is going up, which is good. Kcals are not moving in the right direction just yet, but I'm not super worried. What are diamonds useful for? Diamonds are really useful for heat transference. And decor, I guess. But mostly heat transference, but that's kind of like a much later on concept. Building heat sinks and the like. Glitch! Give you super hard digging. Get you a nice new hat. Research got complete from power regulation. Let's set up some jumbo batteries at least. I'm gonna set up one jumbo battery so that we don't have a hell of a hard time trying to keep everything powered, and then go back to the plumbing research that we were on. So the germ sensors here is what I was referring to, but generally, I think those require plastics, and I'm not going to be able to get those very early on. So, I was going to pressure, ventilation and pressure management for liquid valves. Yeah, temp shift plates, exactly. They come much later on, but temp shift plates are going to be important if you're ever trying to do AETN cooling or air conditioning or something like that. Or just you don't want your things built up into space to cook. Yeah, window tiles too. If you're trying to have things look pretty, or see through solid tiles for telescopes and the like. Kind of getting ahead of everything though, right? All right, Shimmick. You have even better carry. You're gonna be able to go for making sure things get tidied up. I'm gonna prioritize the battery though, so that we can keep the power on for the bursal blossoms that need to grow to keep people fed. Breathability is almost up to 100 again, which is good. And there we go. Now we have a jumbo battery, so we're going to have a lot more battery storage. Oh, Glitch just got some hypothermia because this water's cold. And pressure management just got researched. Is there anything else that I've overlooked that I'm going to need for plumbing? That's a good question. Well, switches. Basic signal switches would be nice. Work. Glitch is cured of hypothermia. So I'm just putting in some airflow tiles to allow the oxygen to flow a bit easier. Having a 2 wide or 3 wide gap makes the passing of two gases more common. Whereas one tile wide can create a choke point to not allow gas flow. So these airflow tiles will help with that. The water pool is coming together. And then I'm going to need to probably put together a liquid lock for the chlorine room, which will go above the water pool. Going to take a minute on that. But liquid locks are a very important and very easy concept to get used to. Essentially, they prevent the passage. They prevent gases from exchanging between two rooms. To put it most simply. Let's see. What else can I do right now? Decontamination might be nice. If I'm going to be dealing with chlorine, however, we are probably going to want some ventilation stuff. But I don't need insulated stuff for that. So, air systems, no. We'll do pathogen diagnostics, but I'm not going to be able to buy or build germ sensors, I don't think, early on. You've never played the Volcano asteroid? Are there even ice biomes in it? I think there can be. It depends on some of the settings and mechanics. Let's get into hypothermia again. Sorry, buddy. Your sacrifice is commendable. Chimic's in it too. Arboron, thank you for the sub, the resub. If you're wondering about my Volcanea, it is geoactive with geodes. Those are the random traits that I picked for myself. But you could have, like, I suspect you could probably have ice as a modifier. Well, they're going to be a little stressed as a result of the hypothermia, but I think they'll be okay in the long run. Once this is done. Breathability looks pretty good. There's a few pockets of germy polluted oxygen. Nothing that a little bit of filtration can't handle once we get that set up. But for the most part, everything is running pretty smooth. Pretty soon, this wash station, however, is going to... This one looks just about full, so it's going to require emptying of germy water. So it's going to be our first batch of germy water to have to deal with. I don't have a lot of metals, do I? No, not a lot of metal. Oh, this is looking good. Little box of water. And it's almost built. And then the next thing I'm going to want to do is to make a liquid lock. So this room that I'm setting up now will be sort of the liquid lock area, I think. Guess that's kind of higher than it needs to be, but whatever. And then the filtration can happen over here. I might want to bump this out to be even wider, however. something like that. Plenty of room to process dirty water. I'll even break this down and expand it now. Sorry, you thought you were done, but I reeled you back. Oh, that shouldn't be there. So I'm just building these temporarily to get rid of the stuff that's like on the ceiling, just to tidy up. And I think that this patch of chlorine might be what I use to purify the water. Alright, blueprint. Some algae. A supplier with terrible, terrible traits. My lord, I didn't realize they could have, like, triple terrible traits. Whew. Okay, cooking dig with allergies, which is going to be a problem because we already have blossoms everywhere. And this one has bottomless stomach. Bunch of positive traits. Building, tidying, suit wearing. That Devon's really, really nice. The only word that I have is the bottomless stomach. Which I'm going to avoid. I'm going to probably regret not printing Devon, but sorry, Devon. You're a hungry boy, and I don't want to have to feed a hungry boy. At least not yet. Not yet. You're going to copy these no peeing in freshwater areas? Yeah, it's nice just to have these little, like, dips. They do slow. I mean, what you could do is put ladders here so that you walk across them a little bit faster. But just in case you have spills, right? Or even if it's, like, ice that melts. Because you can have polluted ice that can melt and drip. It's a good drip fetch. And then what you can actually do in the long run is to put a pump in there if it's too wide, or if you have the mini pumps, you can put one pump in there. But you can pump pumps in there to be able to move the water around so you don't have to mop it, because sometimes it gets so deep you can't mop it. Bottomless stomach at a binge eater, bye-bye food. Oh yeah, exactly. That's what I saw, and I was like, nope. You have great positive traits, but nope. You get pissed off once, and there goes all my food. Speaking of food, you know, I'm kind of running low, but... Oh, and we're mucking out the outhouses. Well, what I can do is just, like, dig up the buried objects for food for now, while the blossoms grow. They're almost 70% grown, so they're getting there. So these germ sensors do require plastic, like I said, and I don't have plastic. I don't see any glossy Drecos out here that I could harvest plastic off of, so they're probably not something to be incorporated in version 1. The sludge press for food is always an option, yeah. And, you know, I'm going to try to avoid it, but if I have to, I have to, you know? So we have a little bottle emptier, and this will help to build the liquid lock. Actually, I shouldn't even build it there. I'll move it. Put it right here. But I'm not going to bother building the liquid lock until, like, this whole area is nice and ready. Because once the liquid lock's in, it's annoying to traverse through it because they get wet every time. And they don't really like to be wet all the time. Marie got a new skill. Oh, let's check up on the... Oh, looks like the giveaways are working now. Cool. So Marie is going to be raffled off, I think. So eligibility just got reset. But she just leveled up, and I'm going to give her electrical engineering. Yeah, okay. They're working now. Raffles are working. Yay. Cheers. So one thing I'm going to want to do before I turn this into the room that I want it to be, the chlorinated room, is to sweep everything off the floor, because it's going to be hard to access it afterwards. So I'm going to have a really high priority sweep order. The other thing that we're going to do is to remove all the carbon dioxide out of it and to turn it into kind of like a vacuum. And I just realized I probably don't even have gas pumps yet. Taking a look at some of the basic research. So I might want brute force refinement to be able to make refined metals. That's going to be pretty useful. So that will be what I get next. And then I do have a gas pump, so we'll be able to pump the gas out of there eventually. But the idea is to have a room that is 100% chlorine to help to kill the germs that could be in your water. And then to pair that with the water sieve, which uses sand to clean water from polluted water, and mixing chlorinated liquid reservoirs with water sieves gives you clean, drinkable, fresh water from whatever kind of water that you might have had before. And I could put my water sieve maybe here or something like that. Okay, so we have some tidy up work to do. Also, wouldn't mind tidying up the stuff that's actually in the water. It is not going to affect the water. These items aren't going to like decay or anything like that, but getting them out of there would be nice. Ooh, that didn't look good. What got in there? Yeah, it's already polluted. Someone pooped in my water. Well, case in point of exactly why you want a good water setup like I'm trying to build, right? I didn't even notice that. So, what I can do is I can move the pitcher pump that I have into the cleaner water. Can I mop it? I don't think so. I mean, it's already germy, so the damage is already done. The whole pool is germy, so that's kind of moot at this point. Don't know how that... Don't even know what got in there. Yeah, I don't know. But, here we go. Pitcher pump. Get that built straight away. And just have to take care not to mess with the water. So here's the germ overlay. And something germy got in there somehow. The other thing that I could do here is eventually when we have like proper water filtration, but at least for now what I could do in the interim is like a wash basin. So anyone trying to travel, probably moving this here, but anyone trying to travel into the water has to wash their hands first as like a checkpoint. That way, there's no way that, like, someone germy can go into the water pool. And make it left to right. But probably not use it until everything is swept up, because otherwise it's just going to be a ridiculous amount of unnecessary hand washing. Badger, you are the new Marie. Congrats. Marie, why is my generator idle? I want my blossoms. No, Fang Face hopped on it. Let's also sweep up all this stuff too. It's a lot of sweep tasks, but you know, I think it'll benefit us in the long run to have this all tidied up. Thank you for tuning in to Oxygen Not Included Volcanea, which originally streamed live on Twitch June 15th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my gaming community, Rhadamant.com also has a link to Discord, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch a next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow duplicants,